In the early morning hours of 12 February, approximately 1,000 troops under Special Forces Command prepared for an airlift from Ben Hoa, some 32 kilometers northeast of Saigon. This airborne movement is being made to Xom Cat, an objective area 16 kilometers farther to the northeast. At the objective, the troops are to set up a Special Forces A camp. Xom Cat is situated at the confluence of the Song Bay and the Song Dong Nai rivers. It is in the middle of Viet Cong-controlled territory. At the landing zone, the troops offload from the choppers and take up defense positions. Patrols are sent out to secure the prospective campsite. From this new camp, Special Forces will gather intelligence on enemy concentrations and movements in the area. But first, the camp must be established. Logistic support for the project commences with low-level drops of immediate requirement items by CV-2 caribous. For the most part, these early drops consisted of lightweight building supplies. Air Force strikes and 173rd Airborne Brigade ground operations provided cover for the A-team. Then, the Chinooks began arriving with the heavier supplies and were directed to load landing points. Boats to be used for river patrol work were among some of the first loads delivered. On the second day of the operation, C-123s of the Air Force came in with color-coded parachute drops, but some of the cargo chutes failed to perform, and there was loss of some items due to hard landing. As supplies rained down, hasty defense work continued. With the drop schedule completed, the job of picking up the materiel and creating a supply depot begins. Salvage of drop-damaged items recovered some of the material, and the rest was discarded. The work went forward, and the field supply depot was quickly organized. The two rivers which border the camp, one to the northeast and the other on the west, form a natural barrier, protecting the camp from surprise attack by the Viet Cong from those two sides. The patrol boats are launched and tested to make sure they're operating properly. Delivery of heavy equipment begins as the Chinooks bring in bulldozers without the tracks or blades. Because of the weight problem, these items were flown in subsequent deliveries. Beside the earth-moving equipment, several trucks were also delivered in sections. Assembly of the bulldozers was begun at once, and the Vietnamese combat engineers accomplished the task in very good time. By 14 February, 3 days after landing, camp planning was well advanced. Work had already begun on laying out the new airstrip, and the area was being prepared for the bulldozers. Meanwhile, the bulldozers had been completely assembled and were being used to level off foundation sites for new buildings which would be erected in the camp. The troops, now well supplied, had secured the area and organized perimeter defenses. Work would continue here, but the A camp was established.